Right, good afternoon. What's the name?
Good afternoon, Mr. Shegun.
Mr. Shegun. Are you a battleman? Shegun. All right, I'm Engineer Russell from High Point Ross International Limited. So we are here for proper inspection of the 5 kV inverter, 4 battery, and 8 panel that is installed in your game center here. And we're also here to also put you through on how you can go about your system and how the system work precisely. So now we have done some background technicalities that you saw that your total load consumption was 60. It's fair, you understand? So let me ask you, how many games do you have here in total?
We have, let me count, we have four PS5,
4 PS5, okay.
one PS4, and we have some VR or plus game.
Okay. So
That we use.
okay, for total of 9 game or more. Okay, that's fine. You also have, I noticed that your screen is very big. They are 55 inches at the IB16. Okay, that's fine. So, and you have one big industrial fan there.
Yes, sir.
And you have standing fridge also on the inverter and some beautiful lights.
Yes.
Okay, now this is a 5 kV inverter. So I'm just going straight to the loads etiquette, how the whole thing works. And this is a 220 amps battery, but you don't need all these technical jargons. So where I'm going to talk about is how it works. You already know where the on and off button switch is. You understand? And you already saw 2 breakers here. I'm going to explain everything a bit by bit how it works. Now, this is the charging aspect from the sun. You understand? Whether it's clouding and it's raining, so you're not expected to have anything from the sun. And that's the purpose of this blue breaker. When this blue breaker trip off, you see that there's nothing coming here. It's empty. When the blue breaker comes up, you see the solar panel logo has come up, and you're having 0.6 amps. Why you're having 0.6 amps? Because the battery is charging and the sun is not really more out there. But now, when you knock off this, I'm just going to explain what this means for you.
Okay.
You understand? But at the moment, you're having 0.6 amps current from the sun. Okay? So you are not having more. But
It's raining.
it's raining.
Right.
And the weather is cloudy. So that's why you're having 0.6 from the sun. But when the sun comes out, you will hit close to 60 amps. You understand that? So this blue breaker should always be on.
Always be on.
Always be on. On no account should you put it off. Nobody should touch anything here.
Okay.
But now this red breaker, if you notice, when I bring it down, the switch to inverter is no longer on AC, and they bring out your load consumption, which is on battery. At the moment, your load consumption is 14%.
As it is now.
As it is now, because you are not on NEPA. We call it grid. You are not on NEPA. The only thing that is supplying now is inverter, because I've off the NEPA from charging it. So that's why the load percentage come up. And you notice you have switched from AC. AC is NEPA to inverter, and the charging has gone off. So now when you take it all back, inverter is going to sense that you have sensed that voltage coming 238 volts. But you will wait for some second and beep and switch to NEPA. That's why you call it an hybrid connection mode. It switch to NEPA and it's charging. And you notice that, look at your load capacity. Is how many percent? 0%. Because it's not the inverter that is supplying you light, it's the NEPA now that is supplying. The inverter have switched to NEPA on its own automatically. But remember, your changeover here, either you switch to gen or NEPA. If you also switch to gen, the inverter is going to see senses as NEPA and supply you NEPA lights. Do you get it now? So that's how it is. So you don't need to be touching changeover. No, you don't need that. Now the purpose of this changeover you're having here is for a bypass mode. What that bypass means is that God forbid bad thing that this inverter is having issues.
Okay.
You understand? And we are not here. And you call us maybe before we come here, and you need to attend to your customers, your game need to go up. That's the only grant you take this changeover from this solar to gen slash NEPA slash gen, but it's supposed to be written bypass. I think that was a written error. We'll come back and correct it. But why they put gen slash NEPA is that they don't want to use a confusing language to something that you are familiar with. That's why they wrote gen slash NEPA. So when you take it up, that means you are telling the inverter that I'm not going to make use of you. I'm going to use my regular gen. Don't do the automatic change for me. So Then you cannot use your thing traditionally the way you have been using it. Then when we come, we diagnose the problem, then we fix it. You go to your normal days. But then no account should you remove this guy from down up. It should be permanently here.
Solar.
Solar. This solar means it's supposed to be inverter. They wrote solar there, but that's fine. But they want to use a language that is very clearer to you. So this means if it's down, it is for inverter, NEPA, and generator. That's what this down means. Then you use your normal changeover the way you used it before. Why the inverter do the changing by itself? Let's assume you put it on neutral now. Inverter senses that there's no energy coming here. If you look at the voltage regulator, it's not bringing lights. They are switched from where? From NEPA now to where? To the inverter. And your things are still on, they did not go off. Then now you're assuming NEPA don't bring light now. It won't supply you. This voltage regulator have to count and see whether the light is fine. Or else it will not let it pass. You get it now? Who is doing that? So it's counting and it has not let it pass because of the voltage that is entering it. So maybe they put it on 30 seconds wait. I don't know. I'm still going to check the configuration and they configure this guy for you. But it's not letting it pass. But look at the lights. Light is above 244 volts. So you may have NEPA light and it may not also supply you. You may be wondering why. Why is it not supplying? Because he's seeing that what is coming here is too much. I will still reprogram that. Maybe allow some certain parts to come. So I've bypassed it, but I'm still going to reset that. They are sensing that NEPA light has come because I bypass the voltage. It's not meant to pass because I bypass it. It's meant to stop in 40 volts. And they are sensing it now. It's not charging. Then this thing, the way it's been programmed, if it's above 40 volts, it will not let the voltage to pass so that the inverter will not get damaged. The inverter can still handle to 240, 250 volts. But we program it to end in 240, and below 175 so that it won't get your inverter damage. Now, the total amps that you are consuming inside is 2.1 to 2.8 amps current. So you're not really burning enough from your meter. But if you put more loads now inside this, you see that the thing will increase instead of the load to increase. This one is also calculating what you're also consuming. So 1, 2, 3, please don't touch. Man for work on. Go follow on Ben. So don't touch it. Don't touch this. The only business you have is when you want to close in the day, you have to off this guy. Off it, that's all. Then in this place, so these two blow breaker that is there, if a peradventure there's a bridge, this guy could not protect this system. The first one will trip off by himself. The down one. When you trip off, you won't allow the high voltage to go into your system and damage your inverter. When you notice that, don't touch it, call us.
Don't touch it.
Don't touch there. You don't have business with there. That means it's protecting the inverter from getting damaged. That's why he trip off by himself. Then, if it is the second one, or any of the two that trip off, light will not enter your apartment. So you know what I'm saying? You will not see light. Why you will not see light? Because maybe you have plugged something that is very dangerous to the inverter. There is a short circuit, there is overload. It will trip off. When you trip off, call us. So we'll tell you what to do. You understand? We'll ask some few questions and know whether it's safe for you to on it back or we have to come down. Sometimes it may be all these small charger. You may don't get issues. If you go trigger wrong voltage and send signal, because the inverter is very sensitive and it will go off. So those are the few things. The light has restored back now, Abi. So that is it. So your primary work is come in the morning when you close, you have your off button here. See, as you put on for me, now light see the supply. Because it's an hybrid inverter. So the only way it will not supply.
So change.
But now if it was on inverter, it will see supply. So when you are going in the night, put the changeover. Don't need to put the changeover in the middle because you need to charge down for you in case sun not come out the next day. So you charge down for you throughout the night. So off this guy here, put it in the middle. Okay. Off it. When you are done offing it, put off other of your things now off manually. Till everybody go home. Chicago, do you have any question?
My question is, before you came, you used to change this inverter up to
Yeah,
bar and gen. What
yeah.
does not mean any effects to the inverter?
It doesn't at all. It doesn't. It's just you just that
Because those guys,
they didn't
they
explain to
experience, they
you
just
better to
tell
you.
us the
Yes.
way.
I'm
My
going
own
to.
is
I'm going
anytime we
to.
go home at night too, I
Yeah.
do off this place off and then off.
No, you don't need to touch here.
Okay.
But I'm going to address that. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to address that properly on my own. I will address that. But you don't need to be changing that, leaving here
No, as
permanently.
it is like this way should be
Don't touch
permanent.
it permanently here.
And we
It's
want to
only this
close.
off button. Why you need to off that off button, guys? If you don't even want to off it, you can leave it.
But the first time they installed this thing, you leave everything here like this. And before you came in the next day, the battery is already down.
And because you on things, and what do you on down?
We didn't want anything except this thing.
It's not going to be done. Maybe there's probably something that was mistakenly on down. You can leave it like that in the next days. It won't go off. It's meant to be on down 24 hours.
Okay.
You understand that it's meant to be on down 24 hours. But when you mistakenly on something down, and you know it's night, and maybe if your load is even on it is even 10% to 15%, it will not off. But it now also depends on how you drill it during the day. But as I know, this is a game center,
Yes.
and this is just a small setup, and we are planning to upgrade it. So it will serve.
Thank you. So as it is like this, everything is perfect.
Everything working perfectly.
All right. Thank
So what is your experience so far using the inverter?
you. It's good and it's nice. It saves the cost of the change. So before we buy fuel constantly more than 2 days, and but now it reduce the cost for us.
So will you recommend us to people out there? We like them to
Yes.
patronize us.
Let's see how this.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Shegun. We appreciate it.
Thank you,
Thanks for
sir.
your time. All right. You can go.
Thank you.
So we still remain Hyperus International Limited, and you can call us on 081 37 037 627. Call that again, 081 37 037 627. And our head office is situated at 90 beside Muchi Secretariat, Lagos. And we have our annex office in Edo State at number 165 Way, Muritala Mohammed Way, beside the Immaculate Conception College, ICC, Benin City. So you can send us a WhatsApp messages and drop your voice note, tell us your location, things you like to power. And if you also want to call us for consultancies, so we're also available to attend to you.